and here I stand up the stairs leading down, next to loads of magical items I don't need right now. That almost rhymed. I miss songs and rhymes and taverns. There are many things that I miss. How long have I been down here? How many days, weeks, months? I really need to see the surface again. I need to see natural light and feel the air on my face that's not from this dungeon. I need to get out of here. I need to find that orb. Let's go. Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Dungeon Hack, and when last we left off, we went through the entirety of the 17th floor of this game, and now we are heading into the final floor of this game, floor 18 of 18. We are as high a level as we can ever be. We are incredibly well equipped, and we have seen that enemy before, and that enemy is not a challenge at all to us. So maybe this level won't be so dangerous. After all, we have faced these and they do poison us. We have learned that they do poison us. And that is a magical shield. Finally, the game has given us a magical shield. Not that we really need it. We'll just deal with that poison and move on. We'll grab the coin, though. The coin might be handy. And onwards we explore to see if we can find the other enemy of this level. Here's another key, just in case we needed another key. We do have a lot of slots for various keys. Is there an enemy here? No. What about over here? Any foes at all? We'll keep exploring. That is a wyvern. We have encountered wyverns before, a long time ago. And wyverns are not a threat. Wyverns are trivial at this point. And so the game throws really easy to defeat enemies at us. There is some bronze plate, we don't want that, it's not very good. Anything else around here? We don't have a key to open that up, so we're just going to have to keep exploring, and there is no teleporter there. You can't know how happy I am that there isn't a teleporter there. Let us go and grab this key, we have a lot of keys already, and keep exploring. Is this another set of keys? That is a sling. A non-magical sling. I don't think I need a non-magical sling. In fact, I don't think I need this iron ration either. So we'll just drop that. Anything here? The answer is another key. Is this a key? This is a key that we can use immediately, though. So I don't mind that this key is here. We're going to backtrack, and we're going to unlock the door that this key is used on. This at least... I can't actually say that this floor is not a level which is split with a central area, because this looks an awful lot like one of those levels. We'll just open this up quickly. If there is a teleporter in here, there is nothing in here. Okay, nothing in there is at least encouraging in saying that there might not be a central corridor that separates out 4 different locations. Down here is nothing. So if this area that is in this direction, well, not this direction exactly, I need to find how to get there. There we go, we have to go all the way around. If this area leads to a teleporter, then we have definitely found a level like the ones that we've been in many times before. But if it doesn't, then it is somewhere completely new. And that would be refreshing. For the final floor, you'd hope that they'd have something a little bit different. But knowing this game, there is no chance of that is a teleporter. Never mind, eh? You were so close, game, to giving me a level that wasn't exactly the same as all the other levels that I've been in the second half of the game. But, never mind. Hello, you. Goodbye, you. You dropped boring normal chainmail. I have no need for boring normal chainmail. And that is where the central corridor is, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to explore this level probably rather quickly, because all we need to do is see if there is an enemy here that has the orb. Maybe there's a hidden 19th floor, where the... Ooh, that is a Book of Vile Darkness. We know what this book is because we have used it before. And we've already looked at that book, so we can't do anything with it. But I'd be loath to leave this book behind, so we'll drop an item and keep this book. What item do we want to drop? Do we have a potion lying around here? We do! We don't need a potion. We'll take a second copy of that book and just keep it. I'm sure it'll come in handy at some point for somebody. Alright, we'll just head this way, and there is another teleporter. There, in fact, is a teleporter. There may be one down here, too. There is an enemy round here, and that enemy dropped another iron stone. I don't know what this iron stone does. Let's replace that iron stone and see what happens. The answer is, I've no idea what happens. Let's have a look. None of our stats have changed. We'll keep this iron stone on for now, and we'll hold on to this one. What are we going to drop for this iron stone? I think we'll drop this coin. We're unlikely to need it. Then again, here's a door that we can unlock with one of our keys, so we can pick up that coin again. Anything over here? The answer is another enemy! Hello! Goodbye! Was there anything here that was worth opening this door for? Unless there's a teleporter, likely not. Ah, a wyvern! Goodbye! Wyverns, really? The enemy on the final floor is wyverns? Might as well have been something at least vaguely dangerous, like a carrion crawler or a ghast or something like that, but no, a wyvern is what you picked. Fair enough, game. We have to go into this teleporter, which I imagine will take us to another quarter of this level. So in we go, and there's an enemy right there, and now that enemy is dead. Nothing here. Is this the central corridor? No, it is not. It is slightly to the left of the central corridor. There is an enemy here. Hello, Mr. Wyvern. We can kill wyverns in a single hit. That is either how powerful we are, or how weak wyverns are. It's more likely the former than the latter, because wyverns are still quite nasty. And this is a onyx ring. We have never seen an onyx ring before, and a mace that we are going to entirely disregard, because we do not need that mace. It's unlikely we need that ring either, but we'll hold on to it. Magical rings sell for a lot of money, and Seledran certainly needs to start thinking about the end of this adventure. We're getting very close to it after all. That fires fireballs. That fires fireballs. It's a good thing that we are currently protected against fireballs. We'll go this way and defeat you eventually. There we go. We'll very quickly as well. We can't avoid the fireball. We'll just grab this scroll and keep going, shall we? We can't actually avoid any of that. That's fine, though. We have this scroll, and we don't need a protection from evil scroll, but protection from magic would be very handy indeed against the final boss. Alright, we'll just keep looking around here. Anything here? Aha! We need a key. Fortunately, we have just that key. Onwards we go, and this leads to nothing. Nothing at all, actually. This is, maybe this isn't the level that I'm thinking it is, because look at this. Unless this central corridor is a really oddly shaped one. It could be that, couldn't it? Yeah, it's probably that. It is likely that, so we can't really do anything here right now, unless there is a switch here that we can use to open up the way, and there isn't. So we'll just keep looking around, and eventually we'll find what we need to find. Maybe there's a switch over here, but I doubt it somehow. Nothing there. We have found a couple of teleporters. We have, we've found no teleporters, but there is a door. That door will likely lead to a teleporter. I'm so used to saying that we found loads of teleporters on these levels that I immediately thought, hey, we must have found at least one more, when we found none. But we will find one. There'll be one this way, I'm sure. Alright, this way we go. Where are those teleporters that we're going to use to head to the next part of this level? We'll just create food and water. There we go. And keep on exploring. The final push now, Seledran. You may not know it, but there's not that much left for you to do. I've seen wyverns before, and I've seen those scorpion-like enemies before as well. Perhaps we have finally reached the bottom of this dungeon. Perhaps it was the scorpion-like enemies that are the true masterminds of this place. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm reading way too much into this. There's only one way to find out, and that is to keep exploring and see if we can find the orb. I've been in here for so long I've almost forgotten what I even came in here for. But it's the orb. I need to find that orb and give that orb over to the sorceress. I have no idea what she wants that orb for. I hope it's not the fact that she's just going to betray me as soon as I find that orb and she tries to kill me. Well, if she does try that, she's going to be in for quite a surprise when she sees how powerful I am compared to the first time we met. Yes, I am far stronger than before. Perhaps I could even defeat the sorceress if she chose to attack me. It would be a very unwise thing to do. Very unwise. We are a lot higher level than we were. We are far higher level. Attacking us would be a silly, silly thing to do. Oh look, another niche with nothing in it. There's a teleporter here. Now I can say that we found plenty of teleporters. We found plenty of teleporters because there's a second one. Any doors for us to unlock? There is one door for us to unlock. I wonder if this door will lead to another teleporter. Only one way to find out. And the answer is no. No, it doesn't. But hey, 2 teleporters, not bad. Let us save. No, not restore. That was a close call there. Let us save and have a look in here. The worst thing that can happen is that we find the final boss and we die. We probably want this scroll ready just in case. Actually, we'll have it there. Good plan. And in here is a small corridor. Anything here? Any final bosses hanging around? There's a wyvern. You're unlikely to be the final boss. There is a door that is locked by a switch. We'll go this way, and anything here? There is this, and there is a illusion here. Let's go in. Anything here? The answer is magical armor. Ooh! That is an artifact. The chain armor of Foos. Is it better than what I'm currently using? No. But you know what? We're going to keep it because we have the chain armor of Foos. We also have the mace of Foos. We have the helm of Foos. What we don't have is the holy symbol of Foos, which is a shame, because if we had that, we would have a complete set. The complete set would confer a bonus to us, which I believe would be that we gain some fire resistance. And the mace, when you do a really good hit apparently, will heal you. But I don't think it's as good as the Wand of Smiting, because after all, healing is good, but if you can kill the enemy before they even hit you, that's even better. Any enemies here? No. And that's chainmail. Surprised the game is still giving us normal suits of chainmail. Here's a journal page. We'll read that after we've killed you. There we go. We'll just read this. It seems as if the Banshee are immune to cold and electrical-based magic. Makes sense, they are undead after all. We shall go this way. Oh! Hello! That is a foe I have not seen before. You are really, really fast. Really quick. We'll just try and kill you. Oh dear. Think I might have found the difficult foe of this level. I've bested the final monster. And the orb. I see it right there. Seledran 1 on floor 18. We don't even need to complete the final floor to complete the game.
Thanks, adventurer. Now come, it is time for us to leave.
But Not before Seledran goes through all of the money and treasure that he has found in that dungeon. That is the end. Did you just throw that away? That could have been valuable. You are really picking and choosing what you want to keep and what you think is worthless. Where did you find that wheelbarrow? I did not find a wheelbarrow at any point in our adventure. Maybe, just maybe, the 18th floor had a wheelbarrow somewhere. Or a handy person that sold wheelbarrows. But either way, that is the end of Dungeon Hack. A very anticlimactic ending. That final boss was not really that much of a boss at all. Just kind of stumbled across that enemy and then defeated that enemy. Don't even know what that enemy is. Looked like a kind of demon. I was expecting a lich or some ancient forgotten creature from millennia past. But no, not the case. Just some enemy that we killed with our wands of smiting. And we found the orb. We didn't even get to loot the items that were there. But still, this game was really, really enjoyable, and SSI were involved. I was starting to think that SSI were involved when people were mentioning that a lot of the enemies were also in Eye of the Beholder 3. But either way, this game was really fun, and I'm glad I gave this game the chance it deserved. I played it in the past and sort of dismissed it, and I'm happy that I have given this game its chance to shine, because even though there's no music and the plot is basically non-existent, it's still quite fun to go through and just kill enemies and explore around and do a bit of dungeon delving. And with the game having randomly generated dungeons that you can tweak to your exact specifications, you could get a lot of fun out of this game. And I imagine people did get a lot of fun out of this game in the past. There are a lot of downsides to the game, of course. As we saw later on, the levels get a bit samey, and the enemies start to repeat, and once you get to a certain point, you can just obliterate everything, especially if you're a cleric.
Hurry! I am leaving! The adventure is over! Look at all this treasure! My adventure has just begun.
Yes, it has, Seledran. You dropped something there. You dropped a single coin. You better come back for that. You had better come back for that. You came back for that. That is wonderful. That final touch is brilliant. The end indeed. No adventurer would leave that coin lying there. Unless you had the vow of poverty. Whereupon you'd leave that coin lying there. As is the way with a game from this time, it quits the DOS when it gets to the very end, which for me meant that it closed completely. And so I'll continue what I was saying here. The game did indeed recycle quite a lot of monsters, but I imagine I didn't see all of the monsters as well. We found scrolls of dragon breath protection, but we didn't find any dragons. That said, there may not even be any dragons, and that might be an entirely useless scroll. There were items that we found that we didn't end up using. For instance, the Ring of Feather Falling. No reason to have that as far as I saw, because we never found a single pit in the entire dungeon. There could have been pits, I think, in the default difficulty. Then again, maybe normal doesn't spawn pits. There's still a lot about this game that I don't know. I imagine the other item in the food set was somewhere. It might have even been in that underwater section that I couldn't get into, because I used the chime of opening to get into other areas of a different level. There's so much to this game that I still haven't seen, and that is the joy of this game. I could load up another dungeon. I could even play another cleric, and I'd probably find different enemies and encounter different level layouts. I may encounter more underwater levels. I may encounter less. But one thing is for sure. There is a lot of replayability in Dungeon Hack, and I am sure to play this again at some point. I may in fact try a hardcore playthrough, not as a cleric as well. I wonder how far a fighter would get on a standard difficulty dungeon. There's only one way to find out, and that would be for me to play that. But not right now, because we've already been through 18 floors of a dungeon, and Seledran has emerged victorious. And the sorceress did not betray him. took the orb and went, "Hey, we're leaving now." And I imagine he was thinking, "What do you mean we're leaving?" Well, you're now a suitable level that we can go adventuring together. If you were willing to go adventuring with me, why didn't you go adventuring with me to begin with? Oh, you were like level 3 or 4 at that time. There was no reason to go adventuring with you then. Oh, thanks for that. And so Seledran and the sorceress went off on many adventures, mainly going around collecting loads of high-level loot. And Seledran was forever known as the cleric with unlimited wheelbarrows. He eventually made the epic level spell Seledran's Magical Wheelbarrow, which is a selection of wheelbarrows that you control with just your thoughts that will collect treasure and just follow you. And thus Seledran became the richest cleric in all of the Forgotten Realms. You need a lot of money to be the richest cleric in the Forgotten Realms, let me tell you. And so, that is Dungeon Hack. A very enjoyable game that if you haven't played, I encourage you give it a try. You could use the seed for this dungeon that I've been playing through, or you can use your own seed and see if your dungeon is more difficult or easier than mine. But either way, I'm Kikoskia, and that's Let's Play Dungeon Hack. What's to come next? Who can say? It's a mystery! Much like what that orb did, as we never saw what the orb did. All we know is that the sorceress got the orb, and she's very happy. And she was true to her word. We got to keep all the treasure that we found. We found a lot more treasure than was in that wheelbarrow, by the way. Maybe he's already come up with that magic wheelbarrow spell, and that wheelbarrow is actually a extra-dimensional space that stores all of the treasure we found. That would be awesome. So I'm Kikoskia, and that was Let's Play Dungeon Hack. And when we come back, folks, another game, another adventure. Not one with as many levels that have 4 sections separated by teleporters and a central corridor, however. And that is when the next game I play has that. They put in the manual, "We were really inspired by Dungeon Hack's levels that had 4 separate locations, all separated by teleporters and a central corridor, so we built a game around that." I hope that never ever happened. So I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.